Hey beautiful family, LosingDrea here, and today I have a feast of handmade sushi that I made here in my very own kitchen once again. I've kind of been on a roll, no pun intended. An array of different kinds of sushi. A lot of people don't eat sushi. If you don't like raw fish, it is so untrue if you're thinking that's all sushi is, because there are some cooked items that you can eat. Imitation crab is pre-cooked. Shrimps are usually pre-cooked. Pretty much vegetables of any kind, carrots, cucumbers, avocado. Maybe you want to throw a little green in there, some like spinach, kale. You know, all that stuff kind of goes good. It's all cooked. So don't think for a minute that you can't enjoy sushi if you're afraid of eating raw fish, or if you're afraid of eating fish of any kind at all. Like if you're vegan or vegetarian, there are ways of making different rolls, or hand rolls, or even sashimi salads that you can have. It doesn't necessarily have to have fish of any kind and or anything that's uncooked. Just putting that out there. What I have today, there's really no name to any of these rolls except for one, which I've kind of given it my own name because everything that was left over after I made the various little rolls. And basically for me, it's just art. Putting things together as I would if they were colors in a palette. You know, this looks pretty here, that looks pretty there. This, to my palate and my mouth, what tastes good to me. I kind of in my mind imagine how the foods would taste all together as one. It's alive! And I just kind of go from there. I really don't know what I'm doing. I've never had any formal or informal training of any kind. I've been eating sushi for years, so if it's any wonder to anybody about experience in eating sushi, yes, I have plenty of experience eating sushi, but no experience whatsoever making sushi. I've never worked in a restaurant doing it. I just like to do it, and lately I've kind of been on a kick with taking pictures and putting them on my Instagram account, more so than like Facebook or whatever. But I decided, and I've actually been wanting to do this mukbang for you guys, but one thing or another gets in the way and I just don't do it. Another thing is, for those that you know, they've been following me because I recently had my gallbladder removed. Is this safe to eat? I did it the other day. I've done it twice already, actually, and I felt fine. Of everything else that I have been eating that makes me feel kind of queasy or not too good.
But it wasn't the restaurant.
Oh, no.
Lillian,
oh, no.
where are you going?
I need a bathroom.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No, where are you going?
Oh, be careful. What are you doing? It's happening. No. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It happened.
What are you doing?
It happened.
Oh, no. Don't you dare ruin that dress!
Well, you're really doing it, aren't you? You're just shitting in the street.
I have to say, this stuff makes me feel wonderful, so I'm okay. As far as keto, for all my keto followers, I do apologize. There is rice in here, and there are some things like the crab. Imitation crab is really high in carbs. You can get canned crab or maybe buy some fresh crab and use the meat from that. That's very good for you if you're on keto. There is virtually no carbs in that at all, but this is a processed type of a crab, like a flake crab or a crab stick, and therefore it does contain quite a bit of carbs, actually. I'm just going to tell you like a variance of stuff. I have some black sesame seed, seaweed salad. I made like my own little spicy mustard sauce. I have avocado. I made a crab salad with similar spicy mustard sauce, which I stuffed into a roll, and I have avocados and carrots and cucumbers and scallions, and then basically I just kind of like mismatched, you know, and then I have some cooked salmon, and like I said, shrimp, and the California inside out roll, and all the orange stuff you see on the outside, which I absolutely love, and I wanted to get rid of it because I had a thing of it. And after this, I really don't want to do too much more sushi because I really do need and want to get back to doing keto, and obviously this stuff isn't keto. The masago, which is aka flying fish eggs or fish roe. So I have cream cheese and crab and just a bunch of stuff. And then inside I have, like, you know, all kinds of stuff too. So like if you don't see it, just ask. It may be in there. I don't know. The kitchen sink. But yeah, let's just get into it. I don't even know what to go for first. And the sauce that I have is ponzu sauce. I don't do soy sauce. I buy mine pre-made. I did not make this, just for anyone who needs to know. I think it's Kiko Man that makes the sauce, but I'm not sponsored or paid to do any of this, so don't quote me on that. Yeah, so let's see, without dropping anything. And there it went. It was actually the ginger. And it's like a California roll. I guess the Japanese say you cut them off like that. I don't want to be rude, so I think I should better like leave off trying to speak Japanese than murdering the language and offending anybody. But I do know some things in Japanese, as I learned along the years. When I was younger, my mother used to go into restaurants, take me with her, and murder the language to the people who waited on us. So, I do have paper towel, and I'm drinking some water, and hopefully
sippy time.
I don't eat all of this. And I say hopefully because I know how much rice it took to make all this, and I wouldn't want to do that to myself. I'm going to try one of these with the, let's see if I can hold it so I can show it to you guys. It's got like the mayo sauce all over it. You get that burst of mayo-like flavor, and then it's subdued by the rice, and then you taste the masago and the crab and the seaweed that's in the middle of it. I'm going to see that. So some of these rolls are what's called rolls, and then you have inside-out rolls, which are the ones with the rice on the outside. I enjoy making both of them, actually. So much fun. So therapeutic. Also, so much more healthier than my baking videos. Anything that I put out for you guys, I end up eating it, and that's not cool. Now, I will say, this is a roll, if I could pick it up, because I'm probably going to have to pick it up with my fingers. This is just crab stick, and I don't know if any of you know this, but if you take the crab stick, you're able to unroll it and make like a sheet, because that's what it is. It's actually a sheet of crab, like it was pushed out a conveyor belt, and you can actually roll with it. And I put roll with it. I put cream cheese and cucumber and scallion and the crab around it. And that's it. There's no rice. So for anybody who's doing low carb, keto, wants to try sushi, this might help you get that craving for it with no rice. You can use other things and not have to use rice. You can just use like the seaweed. This doesn't have any rice in it either. This is like crab salad and carrots, scallions, cucumbers. It's all the vegetables, avocado and whatnot. You can see that. and there's no rice in it. So outside of the crab being high in carbs, there's no rice, guys, okay? That is really, really delicious. Oh my God. My mom is currently on a liquids only diet because she has to go tomorrow for a procedure. She's getting like an endoscopy or colonoscopy or one of those P's. And so she said, can you tone it down with all the oohs and ahs because it's like bothering her because she can't eat it. I'll make her someone she can eat again, but this is what I call the leftover roll because it was everything I had left over that I just wanted to throw into one roll so I didn't have anything else to have to put away because it was already in the refrigerator from yesterday overnight. Wow. There's so many flavors going on there. It's just amazing. It's got cooked salmon, cooked shrimp, crab, avocado, seaweed salad, onions, scallions, cucumber, carrots, masago inside, and masago outside, which are the orange little eggy things that you see. Oh my God. The burst of flavor in my mouth is just amazing. And I don't know if you guys know this, like some people don't like cream cheese, but for those of you who do like cream cheese and you do like sushi, for me anyways, and I find this because I have an incredible palate when it comes to the way foods taste together, long before I've put them together, like I can taste the food in my mind. Does that make sense? Anyways, this particular roll, when you get the cream cheese kind of, it's like a wave, you know, the wave goes out and then it comes back in and then it goes back out. So you get this wave of flavor and then that cream cheese kind of coats your mouth and it's a real good feeling. It's creamy. It's not too salty. Tones all the flavor down for a moment and then wham, you get hit with like the wasabi and all those other flavors in there. And I'm going to try some now with a little ginger on top. And oh my God, I'm not even going to put any sauce on this one. Wow. The texture from the cooked salmon gives it a little bit of fishiness, but not like, it's not overpowering. I don't like fishy fish. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think fish is fresh if it tastes fishy, if that makes any sense. So like if you ever do eat fish and you think, oh, this is too fishy, it's probably not that fresh. Because fish shouldn't really taste fishy, if that makes any sense. Like not overpoweringly fishy anyways. Get one of those other vegetable rolls without the rice. So good, guys. So, like, a lot of people have been seeing me posting my sushi on my Facebook page and asking me to teach them. And I just picked it up. I just started doing it. I mean, if you want something bad enough, you make it if you want it. I mean, if you're like me. And, you know, I mean, I could give a couple tips, but that's about it. And that is, one, make sure you have a sushi mat. It does help. Using a piece of saran wrap, you know, cling wrap, also keeps your mat clean, but it also helps keep the roll together nice and tight. One thing about sushi, though, you'll be chewing for a while of some of it. Another good tip is when you're making your rolls, whatever you put on the inside of it, you know, it's good. You want to keep everything together, like all the carrot together, all the cucumber together, all the avocado together. You want to kind of keep it together, and you want to kind of keep it within your sheet of nori from side to side. Also, the part you want to end with, you want to make sure, like if you're doing an inside out roll with just rice, you don't have to put rice all the way up to the top of the nori sheet in the beginning, where you're going to start to roll from, but you should have it all the way at the bottom of the sheet where you're going to end up. So this way you have a complete roll all the way around like this from start to finish. Okay. And another good tip is when you're cutting your sushi, first of all, you make your roll, let it sit for a little bit. It's not going to go bad. Nothing's going to happen to it, but let it sit. Everything will settle and kind of the flavors will marry together, but it'll be easier to cut. And use a very sharp knife. And with hot water, wash the knife in between cuts. So in other words, you make a cut, clean off the knife. Don't worry if it's a little wet. Make a cut, clean off the knife. Another good tip is once you've made your roll, which the sheets are probably about, you know, yay wide, yay tall. After you have your roll, you want to cut them in the center. And then cut each one of those two pieces in the center. And then cut each one of those. And then therefore you will get your like 8, you should get 8 pieces from that. That's the best way that I've done it. I haven't had anything fall apart on me. Everything comes out spot on, fabulous. So, outside of talking about sushi and mukbang and some of it for you, let me tell you about the first time I ever ate sushi. That I know of, okay? Because my mom was probably eating this stuff while I was in the womb. I know she was eating Chinese food when I was in the womb. But when I was younger, I think I was about 10 years old, I remember my mom and dad, I used to go, you know, certain restaurants and whatnot and take us out. And I don't know, back then, it probably wasn't, going out to eat wasn't expensive as it is nowadays. So we're talking, I don't care, I'm going to age myself, 1980, okay? And there was this really cool restaurant. I'm not sure if it's still there because I don't live down in that area of Miami anymore, but it was on 441. It's called Masa-san. And my older brother, who's 5 years older than me, is also a big connoisseur of sushi. And so is my younger brother, who's 5 years younger than me. But as a family, okay, I'm 10, my younger brother's 5, my older brother's 15, and my mom and dad take us out to this Masa-san restaurant. I think it was my father's first time eating sushi. So like my mom would take us out and, you know, dad would be working or whatever, and wherever she would take us, we'd end up eating somewhere. Mom loved to eat. Mom still loves to eat. Oop. And wherever she would take us, we would end up eating. Like we had a Zayers, which is like it's kind of like what your Target and Walmart is nowadays. They had a little food place inside at the very back of the store. And every time we'd go shop there for something, I remember we go to the little cafeteria in the back. I remember my mom would always order the chef salad there with the hard-boiled egg cut in half. She'd give me a half of her hard-boiled egg. You know, we'd get French fries. You know, all the little cafeteria type foods that you can order. And it was fun. It kind of like, you know, it was like going out with my mom, having a good time. And then I don't know what happened to Zayers, but we didn't do much of that anymore after that. But my mom used to take us out for sushi. Sometimes Chinese, sometimes it was sushi. Sometimes we'd eat Taco Bell. My brother would like eat 10 Bell burgers in one sitting. True story. So anyway, so we're at this restaurant, and I remember we were sitting down to eat, and by the way, the reason you don't see globs of wasabi on my tray is because it's inside every one of these rolls. Each and every one of these rolls, I put the wasabi in it before I rolled it up. I kind of rub it on the nori, which is the seaweed wrap, and they're all pretty spicy. I'm actually a fire-breathing dragon right now, and I have flames coming out of my nose that you can't see. That's how spicy this is. But in any case, I'm going to move my ginger over to this side because that one's done. But so anyways, we're at this restaurant, I remember, and my mom ordered some sushi, and I guess they brought the sushi to the table. We were sitting in these booths. You know, they were lined up on one side of the restaurant, I can recall. And I don't remember what it was, but there was a green glob of wasabi. It looked like guacamole on the side of one of the trays, or, you know, one of the, you know, plates that came. And my father really, I don't think, knew what it was. He seriously, I think, thought it was guacamole. So, I don't remember if... Ooh, that's spicy.
I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
I don't remember if there was a conversation before or after, like a warning, you know, for him not to eat the big green glob of stuff that looked like guacamole. But the next thing I know, my father is pushing his way to get out of the booth, and he's literally going to the people's tables next to us, grabbing water because there wasn't enough water on our table for him to keep drinking. It was so hot, and it was burning his mouth so bad. And he was literally grabbing water from the people at their table, like just grabbing their water, like drinking it. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. I'll never forget that. Now, my father's not with us anymore, unfortunately, but that's not what killed him. It was kind of funny. I mean, my brothers and I, we were laughing. My mother was kind of trying not to laugh, but she couldn't help herself. She was like, what happened? What's going on? Why is he acting that way? One of us said, Dad ate the big green guacamole looking stuff. And she couldn't help but laugh, but she was trying not to laugh because, you know, my dad was practically dying right then and there. Flames and...
The milk isn't helping!
Stuff coming out of his nose because, you know, when you eat something hot, that stuff just runs down right out of your nose, you know. I made that one super spicy. Wow. We used to go out and eat at these sushi restaurants so much that they'd get to know us. I remember this place called Sushi. It was in North Miami, Florida. It still might be there. They knew us so well that they would make new stuff that wasn't on the menu. And they was like, here, try this. Here, why don't you try that? And we'd end up trying all kinds of stuff that we probably normally would not have ordered. I remember I tried shark fin, which was surprisingly very good and kind of sweet. I also remember another time there was this guy. Hubby and I went to this new all-you-can-eat meat place. And the guy, he gave us something and he was like, chew, 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 feel it, feel it. So, eating another one of these. You know, where's all my friends? It said call them over when I make sushi because they would love some so that I can share it with them. Where are you guys?
Help me help you.
I got plenty here left. And I gotta watch what I do with it because I don't want my mom to try to touch it because she's not supposed to eat this stuff right now. She's on only liquids. She has to only have broth and only, I think, lemon or pineapple jello. She can't have anything red or blue or whatever. Kind of crazy. I am definitely full. I don't know how these little Asian mukbangers do it. I really don't. I don't even know how the other mukbangers do it. There's so many people. YummyBitesTV, Nikocado Avocado. Oh my god, Nikocado Avocado really eats a lot of food. Hungry Fat Chick. Now, I watch all of these mukbangers. A lot of you who watch me, I watch Flipside, who, aka Bandana Girl, Fluffy, Sarah Jane, just Journey. Now, some people aren't even mukbangers. They just do mukbangs every now and again. I mean, for some reason, it's a trending thing. Ogi, or if I'm saying it right again, I'm murdering the Japanese language, was what originated with the eating shows on Africa TV or Africa.tv. And we're talking like 4 foot tall little Asian girls that probably weigh 90 pounds soaking wet, if that, eating 10,000 calories in one sitting over like 100 McDonald's burgers or, you know, 1,000 chicken McNuggets. And
完食です。アイス。いや、美味しかったです。チキンも。あ、ちょうどいい柔らかさになってる。たまんないですね。食後はアイスですね。ごちそうさまでした。
I happen to watch not just mukbangers, but I like extreme foodies. I like large food, street food, food truck type stuff, any kind of cooking show, anything to do with baking, cake-offs, bake-offs, whatever you call them. I enjoy that because, of course, I enjoy cooking and I love to cook and make my own food. I watch Furious Pete, who, for years, I mean, he's, when it comes to ginormous food, he's like the king of giant food. And now, there's these other guys that I've been watching. I'll try to link all of them down below if I can remember to do so, and then you guys can check them out. But, like, I don't always get hungry when I watch mukbangs. I just, you know, I watch them. I enjoy watching them. I more so enjoy just listening to someone who's talking because they're talking in a calm manner. For some reason, when you're eating, you're not all like manic and crazy, and you know that stuff drives me nuts. I don't know about any of you guys, but you know when somebody's talking nice and calm and even toned, I enjoy that. Doesn't matter what the conversation is per se. Some people do get hungry, they say, when they watch mukbangs. I don't really get hungry. I might have some food of my own here that I'm sitting and munching on while I'm watching. And it's funny because a lot of mukbangers will be like, oh, you know, this is what I have today. What are you eating right now? You know, what are you having? And of course, they're looking for some feedback and want your comments, which, by the way, for any of you guys, you know, comment down below if you like sushi. Comment down below if you don't like sushi. Comment down below what your favorite sushi is. I would love to know. If you want to see me make a certain kind of sushi, or if you have a roll in mind, or something that you might want to see created that you're afraid to ask at a restaurant, ask me. You never know. If I can gather together the ingredients, I most definitely will try to do it and even do a video. I wanted to do a video making the actual sushi for you guys, but there's just too much stuff always going on in my kitchen to do that. And if it wasn't for that, I would be doing more cooking videos for you guys. But, you know, other people in the family, including my animals, don't seem to get the whole idea of what I'm trying to do when I'm in the kitchen. So I don't do a whole lot of talking while videoing. I do maybe like voiceover after the fact stuff. But I find it's easier that when I'm doing these videos to take out all the audio from the sound and then later add sound to it, or just music, because everybody has their own, you know, they want to talk, they want to ask questions, they want to tell you about politics and stuff. And it's really, you know, I'm mean and I'm cruel and I'm bitchy because I don't want to hear any of that stuff. But they don't understand, really, I'm trying to make a video for my other family here on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed, please click the little thing down there and subscribe. Hit the bell so that you can be notified when I put out all new content. And wow, yeah, I've had it, guys. I love you guys so, so very much. And with that said, be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, but just be you. Be the boss of your loss if you're on a weight loss journey. And I will definitely be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Be blessed. If you haven't already subscribed, please click the little thingy down there. And that said, be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, but just be you. Be the boss of your loss if you're on a weight loss journey. And with